Chosen ones, God's direct warning is ringing in your ears right now, a call so clear it shakes the very ground beneath you. This isn't a whisper from the universe or a fleeting thought, it's a divine message, carved into the fabric of your soul, urging you to stand tall and listen. You've been chosen, not by chance, but by a power greater than anything this world can comprehend. Something monumental is coming your way, a shift so profound it will rewrite the story of your life. This warning isn't about fear, it's about preparation, about stepping into the purpose God has always destined for you. Your life has never been ordinary. You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet knowing deep inside that you're meant for something bigger. The struggles, the doubts, the moments when the world seemed stacked against you, they weren't accidents. They were the fire refining you, the hammer shaping you into a vessel for God's glory. Right now, His warning is clear. The time for hesitation is over. The gates of your destiny are swinging open, and you must walk through them with courage. You're not here to shrink back or blend in. You're here to rise, to claim the promises God has spoken over your life. Think about Noah, standing alone in a world that mocked him. God's warning came to him not as a threat, but as a call to action. "Build the ark," he said, when no one else saw the storm coming. Noah didn't argue or doubt. He moved, and because he did, he became a cornerstone of faith, a man who carried humanity through the flood. You, chosen one, are being called to build your own ark, not of wood, but of faith, obedience, and unwavering trust. God's warning is your blueprint, your signal to prepare for the flood of blessings, challenges, and divine shifts headed your way. Pause for a moment. Feel the weight of this moment. If your spirit is stirring, if you know this message is for you, hit that like button and leave a comment with the number 777 below. That number carries the power of divine completion, a signal to the heavens that you're ready to walk in God's plan. Don't just watch, declare your faith. Let the universe know you're standing firm in this calling. God's warning isn't about punishment. It's about awakening. You've been asleep too long, lulled by the world's distractions, by voices telling you to settle, to stay small. But you were never meant to stay in the shadows. You're a beacon, a light that pierces through the darkness. Right now, God is sounding the alarm to shake you free from anything holding you back. Fear, doubt, the weight of past mistakes. He's saying, "Rise, chosen one. Your time is now. Your purpose is too big to be buried under worry or regret. Let it go. Step into the freedom of knowing God has already paved the way." Look at Moses, standing before the burning bush. God's warning came as a flame that didn't consume, a voice that didn't destroy but transformed. Moses was a man with a stutter, a past stained by mistakes, yet God chose him to lead a nation. Why? Because God doesn't call the perfect, He calls the willing. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to say yes. God's warning to you today is this: stop doubting your worth. Your flaws don't disqualify you. They're the cracks where His light shines through brightest. Your journey hasn't been easy. You've walked through valleys where others would have given up. You faced rejection, betrayal, moments when it felt like the world was against you. But those weren't defeats, they were training grounds. Every tear, every scar, every sleepless night was God preparing you for this moment. His warning is a reminder: you're stronger than you know. The enemy tried to break you, but you're still standing. Why? Because God's hand is on you. You're not just surviving, you're being shaped into a masterpiece of His design. If this is resonating, if you feel the fire of God's warning igniting your soul, leave a comment with 777. Let it be your declaration that you're ready to step into His purpose. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. Your presence here is no accident, it's divine alignment. This warning comes with a promise. God isn't just calling you to prepare, He's promising to walk with you. Picture David, a shepherd boy facing a giant. The world saw a kid with a slingshot, but God saw a king. When David stepped onto that battlefield, he didn't rely on armor or strength. He relied on God's promise. That same promise is yours today. Whatever giant you're facing, financial struggle, heartbreak, fear of the unknown, God is saying, I've already defeated it. Your job is to show up, to trust, to sling the stone. God's warning is also a wake-up call to your spiritual senses. You've felt things others don't feel, seen things others don't see. That's not a coincidence. It's your calling. You're an earth angel, a soul wired to sense the unseen, to hear the voice of God when others hear only noise. Right now, He's sharpening your vision, tuning your ears to His frequency. The dreams you've had, the gut feelings, the moments when you just knew something, those are God's whispers, preparing you for what's next. Don't ignore them. Lean in. Consider Esther, a woman who seemed ordinary until God's warning came. She wasn't born a queen. She was thrust into a moment where her courage saved a nation. God's voice told her, "You were born for such a time as this." That same voice is speaking to you now. You're not here by mistake. The challenges you face, the opportunities on the horizon, they're all part of God's plan to position you for impact. His warning is clear. Step into your role. The world needs your light. Your heart is racing, isn't it? That's God's warning stirring you, calling you to action. If you're feeling it, type 777 inches the comments. Let it be your way of saying, I hear you, God. I'm ready. This isn't just a video, it's a divine encounter, a moment where heaven is touching earth through you. God's warning is also about timing. You've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for a breakthrough, for a sign, for the moment when everything changes. That moment is now. God doesn't speak warnings without purpose. He's telling you the season of delay is over. The doors you've knocked on, the prayers you've whispered in the dark, they're about to be answered. But you have to move. Faith isn't just believing, it's acting. Take that step, make that call, start that project. God's warning is your green light. Think of Jonah, running from God's call until a whale swallowed him whole. God's warning wasn't about destruction, it was about redirection. Jonah thought he could outrun his purpose, but God brought him back. If you've been running, maybe from fear, maybe from doubt, God's warning is your whale. It's His way of saying, you can't escape my plan for you. Stop fighting it, embrace it. Your purpose is bigger than your fears, and God's love for you is stronger than your resistance. You've been through storms, chosen one, but you're still here. That's not luck, that's God's hand. Every time you thought you'd break, He held you together. Every time you felt alone, He was there. This warning is His way of saying, I've never left you, and I never will. You're not just chosen, you're cherished. God's plan for you isn't just about survival, it's about thriving, about stepping into a life so abundant it overflows into the lives of others. The world might not understand you. People might question your path, your faith, your fire. Let them. You're not here for their approval. You're here for God's purpose. Like Daniel in the lion's den, you're surrounded by threats, but you're protected by divine power. God's warning is your assurance that no lion, no enemy, no obstacle can touch what He's destined for you. Stand firm. Your faith is your shield, and His promise is your sword. If this message is hitting home, if you're ready to heed God's warning and step into His plan, type 777 inches the comments one last time. Let it seal your commitment to this divine moment. And subscribe to stand shoulder to shoulder with countless chosen ones who are answering this call. You're not alone in this journey. God's warning is also a call to let go of the old. You've been carrying things, guilt, shame, regrets that don't belong in your future. Lay them down. God's plan for you doesn't include the baggage of your past. Think of Paul, once a persecutor, transformed into an apostle. His past didn't define him. God's calling did. Whatever you've done, whatever you've been through, it's not the end of your story. God's warning is a signal that He's writing a new chapter, one filled with hope, purpose, and power. Right now, God is aligning things for you. People, opportunities, resources, they're coming together in ways you can't yet see. His warning is a nudge to stay ready, to keep your eyes open. Like Joseph, sold into slavery, imprisoned, forgotten yet never forsaken. God was working every step of the way, turning a pit into a palace. Your pit moments, your low points, they're not the end. They're the setup for your palace. Trust the process. God's warning means He's already moving on your behalf. You're not just hearing this message, you're living it. Every challenge you've faced has been a stepping stone to this moment. God's warning is your confirmation. You're on the right path. The dreams you've held, the visions you've seen, they're not fantasies, they're prophecies. God is saying, get ready. It's happening. Your faith, your resilience, or your heart. They've all been preparing you for what's about to unfold. Step forward with boldness. Your time is now. The enemy wants you to doubt this. He wants you to think God's warning is a myth, that you're not chosen, that your life can't change. But the enemy is a liar. You've already overcome too much to believe those lies. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you've walked through fire and come out untouched. God's warning is your proof, your fireproof. No scheme, no setback, no darkness can stop what God has started in you. This is your moment, chosen one. God's warning isn't just words, it's power. It's a divine signal that your life is about to shift in ways you can't imagine. You're not here to play small. You're here to reflect His glory. Every step you take, every prayer you pray, every act of faith, it's building something eternal. God sees you. He knows you. And He's calling you to rise. Don't wait. Don't doubt. Move. Your destiny is waiting. God's warning comes with a promise of protection. You're not stepping into this new season alone. Think of Elijah, fed by ravens, sustained by God in the wilderness. The world might see lack, but God sees provision. Whatever you need, strength, wisdom, resources, He's already prepared it. His warning is a reminder, you're covered. No weapon formed against you will prosper. You're walking under divine favor, shielded by His hand. You've felt the pull, haven't you? That inner tug to do more, be more, live more. That's God's warning stirring your spirit, calling you to a higher purpose. You're not just another face in the crowd. You're a chosen one, marked for greatness. Like Mary, chosen to carry the Savior, you're carrying something divine, a purpose, a mission, a light that the world desperately needs. Don't hide it. Let it shine. This warning is also a call to trust God's timing. You've wanted things to happen faster, haven't you? But God's delays are not denials. Look at Abraham, waiting decades for a son. God's promise came, not when Abraham wanted, but when it was perfect. His warning to you now is this: trust the wait. Every moment of delay is God setting the stage for a miracle. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. You're standing at a crossroads, chosen one. God's warning is your map, your compass, your guide. One path leads to fear, doubt, the same old cycles. The other leads to faith, courage, and a future so bright it blinds the darkness. Choose faith, choose courage, choose the God who chose you. His warning is clear. This is your time. Step into it with every ounce of strength He's given you. Your life will never be the same. Chosen ones, God's warning is still echoing in your spirit, a divine signal that your life is on the cusp of something extraordinary. This isn't just a moment to hear, it's a moment to act, to lean into the purpose that's been burning inside you. God isn't speaking to you to keep you still. He's calling you to move, to break free from the chains of doubt and step into the vastness of His plan. You've been marked for a destiny that shakes the foundations of the ordinary, and this warning is your invitation to embrace it fully. Picture Rahab, a woman the world labeled unworthy, yet chosen by God to change history. She didn't have a spotless past, but she had a willing heart. When God's warning came through the spies, she didn't hesitate, she acted. Her faith turned a harlot into a hero, her home into a haven. You too carry a past, maybe one you think disqualifies you, but God's warning says otherwise. Your story, your scars, they're not your shame, they're your testimony. He's calling you to use them, to turn your pain into a bridge for others. You've been in seasons of silence, haven't you? Times when it felt like God was distant, like your prayers hit the ceiling. But those weren't moments of abandonment, they were moments of preparation. God's warning now is a reminder. He was always working, even in the quiet. Like Hannah, weeping in the temple, you've poured out your heart. Her answered prayer wasn't just a son, it was Samuel, a prophet who shifted a nation. Your answered prayers are coming, and they're bigger than you. They're for the world around you. If your soul is stirring, if you feel God's warning igniting a fire within, type 777 inches the comments. Let it be your way of saying, I'm here, God, I'm listening. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls standing in this divine moment. Your presence here is part of a greater movement, a collective rising of those called by God. This warning is a call to see yourself as God sees you. The world might label you by your mistakes, your struggles, your limits. But God, He calls you chosen, anointed, unstoppable. Think of Gideon, hiding in a winepress, thinking he was the least of the least. Yet God's warning came, not as judgment, but as a declaration. Mighty warrior, rise. You're not defined by where you've been or what you lack. God's warning is your mirror, showing you the warrior He's already made you to be. The enemy has tried to dim your light. He's whispered lies, maybe that you're not enough, that your dreams are too big, that your past is too heavy. But God's warning cuts through that noise. It's a trumpet blast, shattering every lie. You're not just enough, you're more than enough. Like Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times, you might have stumbled. But Peter's failure wasn't his end, it was his beginning. God's warning to him was a call to lead, to build. Your stumbles, they're stepping stones to your calling. God's warning is also about alignment. You've been chasing things, maybe success, approval, security, that don't fit His plan. He's calling you to realign, to focus on what lasts. Look at Solomon. gifted with wisdom because he didn't ask for wealth or power. He sought God's heart, and everything else followed. What are you seeking? God's warning is a nudge to prioritize his kingdom, to chase his purpose. When you do, the things you've been striving for will fall into place, not by your effort, but by his grace. You've felt the weight of the world, haven't it? The pressure to conform, to fit in, to play by its rules. But God's warning is clear. You were never meant to fit in. You're a square peg in a round hole, a light in a dark room. Like John the Baptist, living in the wilderness, eating locusts, you're called to stand out. His voice didn't blend with the crowd. It shook the heavens. Your voice, your life, your purpose, they're meant to do the same. Stop trying to be what the world expects. Be what God created. This warning is a call to courage. You've faced battles, some visible, some deep in your soul. Each one has forged you, sharpened you, made you ready for what's coming. Think of Deborah, a prophetess who led a nation into battle when fear gripped everyone else. She didn't wait for permission. She answered God's call. His warning to you is this: don't wait for the perfect moment. The world needs your boldness now. Step up, speak out, lead. God's got your back. You're not just a person, you're a movement. God's warning isn't just for you, it's for those you're destined to touch. Like Ruth, who chose loyalty over comfort, your choices ripple outward. Her decision to stay with Naomi didn't just change her life. It birthed a lineage that led to Jesus. Your obedience, your faith, your willingness to heed this warning, it's bigger than you. It's for your family, your community, the world. God's calling you to plant seeds that will grow for generations. There's a fire in you, chosen one. You've felt it flicker in moments of doubt, but it's never gone out. God's warning is fanning that flame, turning it into a blaze. Like Jeremiah, called to speak when he felt too young, too small. You might feel unqualified, but God's response to him is his response to you. I've put my words in your mouth. You're not speaking your own truth. You're carrying his. That fire in you, it's his power, ready to burn away every obstacle in your path. The world is shifting, and you're at the center of it. God's warning is a signal that you're not just part of this world, you're shaping it. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls while enemies mocked him. He didn't stop. He prayed. He worked. He trusted. Your life is a wall. God's rebuilding, stone by stone. Every prayer, every step of faith, every moment you choose to trust him, it's building something unshakable. Don't stop now. The world needs what you're building. You've been underestimated, haven't you? People have looked at you and seen only what's on the surface. But God's warning is a reminder. He sees what's inside. Like Samuel, anointing David when everyone else saw a boy, God sees your heart. He knows the strength, the faith, the destiny you carry. His warning is a call to stop doubting yourself, to stop letting others' opinions define you. You're not what they think. You're what God knows, a chosen one, ready to change the game. God's warning is also about provision. You've worried about money, about how you'll make it, about what's next. But he's saying, I've got it covered. Look at the widow of Zarephath, down to her last meal. Yet God provided through Elijah. Her jar never ran dry because she trusted. Your jar won't run dry either. God's warning is a promise. Your needs are met. Your job is to trust, to act, to believe that his provision is already on the way. Let go of the worry. He's bigger than your bank account. You're standing on holy ground right now. This moment, this message, it's sacred. God's warning is a divine interruption, pulling you out of the ordinary into the extraordinary. Like Isaiah, who saw God's glory and said, "Here I am, send me," you're being called to respond. Don't just hear this warning, answer it. Say yes to God's plan, yes to His purpose, yes to the life He's prepared for you. Your response will change everything, not just for you, but for everyone your life touches. The enemy is watching, trembling at the sound of God's warning in your life. He knows what's coming, a breakthrough so powerful it will shake his kingdom. Like Joshua, facing Jericho's walls, you're up against something that looks impossible. But God's warning to Joshua was simple. March, shout, trust. The walls fell. Your walls will fall too. Whatever stands in your way, fear, lack, opposition, it's no match for God's power in you. Keep marching. Your victory is certain. You've been carrying dreams, visions, ideas that feel too big. God's warning is your confirmation. They're not too big. They're His. Like Mary Magdalene, who carried the message of the resurrection when no one else believed, you're carrying something the world needs. Don't let fear silence you. God's warning is His way of saying, speak, act, share. Your voice, your gifts, your story. They're part of His plan to heal, to restore, to transform. Step out. The world is waiting. God's warning is a call to rest in His strength. You've been fighting battles in your own power, haven't you? Trying to fix, to force, to figure it out. But He's saying, stop striving. I'm fighting for you. Like Hezekiah, facing an army he couldn't defeat. You're not alone. God sent one angel to win Hezekiah's battle. He's sending His power to win yours. Lay down the struggle. Trust His warning. His strength is perfect when yours runs out. Rest and watch Him move mountains for you. You're not just chosen, you're appointed. God's warning is your commission, your marching orders. Like the disciples, sent out with nothing but faith, you're being sent into a world that needs you. Your purpose isn't just personal, it's global. Your light isn't just for you, it's for the lost, the broken, the hopeless. God's warning is clear. You're His hands, His feet, His voice. Don't hold back. The world is desperate for the hope you carry. Step into it, chosen one. Your time is now. Chosen ones, God's warning is pulsing through your veins, a divine current charging you with purpose. This isn't just a message, it's a mandate, a call to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. You've been shaped by trials, molded by moments of doubt, and now God is sounding the alarm. The time for playing small is over. You're not here to drift through life. You're here to dominate your destiny, to walk in the authority He's given you. His warning is your wake-up call to seize the moment. Think of Lazarus, wrapped in grave clothes, dead to the world. Jesus didn't just speak to him, He commanded life to return. That same voice is speaking to you now, calling you out of every dead place, every lifeless season. God's warning is your resurrection moment. Whatever dreams, hopes, or callings you thought were buried, He's saying, come forth. You're not defined by what's been lost. You're defined by what He's restoring. Step out of the tomb. Your new chapter is waiting. You've been in the wilderness, haven't you? Wandering, searching, wondering if you're on the right path. But God's warning is your compass, pointing you to the promised land. Like the Israelites, you've faced deserts, times of lack, confusion, fear. Yet God led them with a pillar of fire, fed them with manna. His warning to you is this: the wilderness was never your home. It was your training ground. You're stronger now, ready to claim the land He's prepared. Keep walking. Your Canaan is closer than you think. Your heart is stirring, isn't it? That's God's warning, igniting your spirit, urging you to move. If you feel it, type 777 inches the comments. Let it be your bold declaration. I'm ready, God. I'm stepping into your plan. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen one souls answering this divine call. You're part of something bigger, a movement of faith, power, and purpose. God's warning is a call to break cycles. You've seen patterns in your life, habits, struggles, even relationships that keep circling back. They're not random, they're chains. But his warning is your key to freedom. Think of Jabez, whose name meant pain, yet he prayed, and God broke the cycle. He didn't just survive, he thrived. You're not bound by your past, your family's story, or your mistakes. God's warning says, pray, believe, break free. Your life is about to rewrite the script. The enemy has tried to distract you, hasn't he? Throwing chaos, doubt, even small annoyances to pull you off course. But God's warning is your shield, blocking every dart. Like Nehemiah on the wall, you're building something sacred. The enemy mocked him, tried to derail him, but he stayed focused. You, too, must stay focused. God's warning is clear. Don't come down from your wall. Your purpose is too important. Ignore the noise. Keep building. Your legacy depends on it. You're carrying a vision, chosen one. Maybe it's a business, a ministry, a family healed, or a community transformed. God's warning is your confirmation. That vision isn't yours alone, it's his. Like Noah, who saw rain when the skies were clear, you see what others can't. The world might call you crazy, but God calls you chosen. His warning is a nudge to keep preparing, keep planning, keep believing. Your vision is a seed, and he's about to make it grow. There's a strength in you the world doesn't see. It's not loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, unshakable. God's warning is fanning that strength into a flame. Think of Ruth, gleaning in the fields, unnoticed by most. Yet her quiet loyalty caught God's eye, and he made her a cornerstone of his plan. Your quiet moments, your prayers, your perseverance, your faith, they're not unseen. God's warning says, I see you. Your strength is my foundation. Keep going. This warning is a call to trust your instincts. You've had moments when you just knew times a gut feeling, a whisper, a nudge. That's the Holy Spirit, guiding you when logic alone isn't enough. Like Abigail, who acted swiftly to save her household. Your instincts are God-given. She didn't wait for approval. She moved. God's warning is urging you to trust those nudges, to act when he prompts you. Your obedience will unlock doors no one else can open. You've been through betrayal, haven't you? People who promised loyalty but walked away. God's warning is your assurance. He's not like them. Like Joseph, sold by his brothers, you've faced rejection. Yet God turned their betrayal into his elevation. Your pain isn't wasted, it's preparation. God's warning says, I'm turning your betrayal into blessing. Trust him. The people who left you can't stop what he's starting in you. God's warning is also about your influence. You're not just living for yourself. You're a spark that ignites others. Think of Barnabas, the encourager, who lifted Paul when no one else would. Your words, your faith, your example, they're changing lives you may never meet. God's warning is clear. Your influence is growing. Don't shrink back. Speak, love, lead. The world needs the hope you carry, the light you shine. Step into your role as a catalyst for change. You've been waiting for a sign, haven't you? something tangible to prove God's with you. His warning is that sign. Like Gideon's fleece, it's your confirmation that he's moving. But don't stop at one sign. Keep seeking, keep trusting. God's warning is a reminder. He's not done showing you his faithfulness. Every answered prayer, every open door, every moment of provision, it's him saying, I'm here, I'm working. Look for the signs. They're all around you. The enemy wants you to feel stuck, like your life is on repeat. But God's warning is your escape plan. Like the Israelites at the Red Sea, you're facing what looks impossible. Yet God parted the waters then, and he's parting them now. His warning says, move forward. Don't stay paralyzed by fear or indecision. Your sea is splitting, your path is clearing. Take the step. God's already made a way where there seems to be none. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer. God's warning is a call to action, to turn your faith into steps. Think of Esther, who didn't just pray, she acted, risking her life to save her people. Your prayers are powerful, but they're meant to lead to movement. God's warning is saying, now is the time. Write the book, start the business, mend the relationship. Your faith isn't passive, it's a force. Act on it and watch God multiply your efforts. There's a peace waiting for you, chosen one. Not the world's peace, which fades, but God's peace, which anchors. His warning is an invitation to rest in him, even in the storm. Like Jesus sleeping on the boat while waves raged, you can find calm in chaos. God's warning says, I'm your anchor. No matter what swirls around you, bills, conflicts, fears, he's got you. Rest in his promise. Your peace is a testimony to his power. You've been misunderstood, haven't you? People see your passion, your faith, and they don't get it. God's warning is your validation. You're not here to please them. Like Ezekiel, called to speak to a stubborn people, you're called to stand firm. Your purpose isn't to win approval. It's to reflect God's truth. His warning says, keep speaking, keep shining. The right people will see you, and the wrong ones will fade. Stay true. Your voice matters. God's warning is a call to see the bigger picture. You've been focused on the small stuff, daily worries, fleeting problems, but he's saying, look up. Like Abraham, staring at the stars, you're called to see beyond the moment. Your life is part of a divine tapestry, woven with purpose. Every step, every struggle, every victory, it's all connected. His warning is a reminder, you're building something eternal. Don't get lost in the temporary. Keep your eyes on the stars. You've been carrying burdens, haven't you? Things you were never meant to hold alone. God's warning is a call to release them. Like Hannah, who poured out her soul at the altar, you're invited to lay it all down. Your fears, your doubts, your pain, give them to him. His warning says, I'm strong enough to carry it. Let go, and you'll find freedom. Your shoulders weren't made for burdens, they were made for wings. Let God lift you higher. The enemy has tried to steal your joy, hasn't he? But God's warning is your reclamation. Like David, dancing before the ark, you're called to reclaim your joy unapologetically. The world might call it foolish, but God calls it worship. His warning says, dance anyway. Your joy isn't tied to circumstances, it's tied to him. Let it overflow. Your laughter, your praise, your smile, they're weapons against the darkness. Reclaim them now. You're standing at the edge of a breakthrough, chosen one. God's warning is your signal. The wall is about to fall. Like Joshua circling Jericho, you've been walking in faith, waiting for the moment. That moment is here. His warning says, shout, Your breakthrough isn't just for you, it's for those tied to you, those watching you, those who need your victory to believe in their own. Keep circling, keep believing. Your shout will bring the walls down. God's warning is also a call to forgive. You've been hurt, haven't you? Wounds that cut deep, words that still sting. But his warning is clear. Forgiveness is your freedom. Like Jesus on the cross, forgiving those who crucified him, you're called to release the pain. It's not for them, it's for you. God's warning says, let it go. Your heart wasn't made to carry grudges, it was made to carry his love. Forgive, and watch how he heals you from the inside out. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. God's warning is a reminder that your life isn't about getting by. It's about overflowing, like the woman with the alabaster jar, pouring out her best for Jesus. You're called to give your all, not out of obligation, but out of love. His warning says, pour it out. Your gifts, your passion, your faith. They're not meant to be hoarded. Share them, and watch God multiply them beyond your wildest dreams. Chosen ones, God's warning is a fire in your bones, a divine urgency that demands your attention. This isn't a gentle nudge, it's a thunderous call to step into the authority he's placed within you. You've been chosen to carry a mantle, a purpose so bold it shakes the heavens and the earth. His warning is clear. The time for hiding is over. You're not here to linger in the background. You're here to lead, to transform, to ignite the world with the light God has poured into you. Consider Elisha, who took up Elijah's mantle and saw miracles double. He didn't shrink from the call, he embraced it, knowing God's power was his inheritance. You, too, carry a mantle not of cloth, but of divine purpose. God's warning is your signal to pick it up, to walk in the power he's given you. The miracles you've seen are just the beginning. Greater things are coming, not because of your strength, but because of his promise. Step boldly. Your legacy is waiting to unfold. You've been in moments of isolation, haven't you? Times when you felt cut off, alone in your thoughts. But God's warning is a reminder. Solitude isn't punishment, it's preparation. Like John the Baptist, shaped in the wilderness, your alone time has been God's workshop. He's been refining your voice, sharpening your focus. His warning says, your season of silence is ending. Your words, your actions, your presence, they're about to echo. Step out of the wilderness. The world is ready for your voice. The enemy has tried to plant fear in you, hasn't he? Fear of failure, of rejection, of not being enough. But God's warning is your sword, cutting through every lie. Like David facing Goliath, you're not fighting with human strength. Your slingshot is faith. Your stones are God's promises. His warning says, aim true. That giant in your life, whether it's debt, doubt, or despair, is no match for the God who fights for you. Swing your faith. Your victory is already written. You've been carrying a seed, chosen one, a dream, a calling, a vision planted deep in your heart. God's warning is your signal to sow it. Think of the parable of the talents. Those who invested what they were given saw multiplication. You're not meant to bury your gifts out of fear. His warning says, plant it now. Your ideas, your creativity, your passion, they're seeds God expects you to sow. Trust him to water them. Your harvest is coming, bigger than you can imagine. God's warning is also a call to discernment. The world is loud, isn't it? Voices pulling you in every direction, promising success, happiness, control. But not every voice is his. Like Samuel, hearing God's call in the night, you're learning to discern his voice from the noise. His warning says, listen closely. Your next step depends on hearing him clearly. Tune out the distractions. Lean into his whisper. He's guiding you to paths others can't see. You've faced closed doors, haven't you? Opportunities that seemed locked, dreams that felt out of reach. But God's warning is your key. Like Peter, freed from prison by an angel, you're about to walk through doors no one can shut. His warning says, get ready. The barriers you've faced aren't denials, they're divine redirects. God's opening a door that aligns with his plan, not yours. Trust his timing. Your breakthrough is closer than it seems. There's a fire in your spirit, chosen one, a passion that burns, even when life tries to douse it. God's warning is fanning that flame, turning it into a blaze. Like Jeremiah, who couldn't keep quiet because God's word was like fire in his bones. You're called to speak, to act, to shine. His warning says, don't hold back. Your passion isn't just for you, it's a gift to the world. Let it burn brightly. Lives will be changed because of it. You've been overlooked, haven't you? Passed over, underestimated, ignored. But God's warning is your spotlight. Like Mephibosheth, lame and forgotten, yet called to the king's table, you're being invited to take your place. His warning says, you belong here. You're not an afterthought. You're a priority in God's plan. Stop apologizing for your existence. Walk to the table. He's set for you. Your seat is waiting, and no one can take it. God's warning is a call to heal. You've carried wounds, some from others, some self-inflicted. They've shaped you, but they don't define you. Like the woman at the well, whose shame became her testimony, you're called to let God heal your heart. His warning says, give me your pain. Your wounds aren't your identity. They're your story of redemption. Let him rewrite it. Your healing will become a beacon for others who feel broken. The world has tried to box you in, hasn't it? Telling you who you should be, what you should want. But God's warning is your freedom. Like Daniel, who refused to bow to idols, you're called to stand apart. His warning says, be you. Your uniqueness isn't a flaw, it's your strength. Stop trying to fit the world's mold. You were created to break it, to show others what it means to live authentically for God. Your difference is your power. You've been running, haven't you? Maybe from your past, your fears, or even your calling. God's warning is your signal to stop. Like Jonah, swallowed by the whale, you can't outrun his plan. His warning says, turn back. Not to shame you, but to redirect you. Your calling isn't a burden, it's a privilege. Embrace it. The path you've avoided is the one that leads to your purpose. Stop running. Start walking toward him. God's warning is also about legacy. You're not just living for today, you're building for tomorrow. Like Abraham, whose faith birthed nations, your choices ripple beyond your lifetime. His warning says, think bigger. Every act of faith, every step of obedience, it's a brick in the foundation of something eternal. You're not just planting seeds for yourself, you're planting for generations. Live with that in mind. Your legacy will outlast you. You've felt the weight of waiting, haven't you? Long seasons of hoping, praying, believing with no answers in sight. God's warning is your assurance. The wait is almost over. Like Simeon, who waited years to see the Messiah, your faith is about to meet its promise. His warning says, hold on. Your breakthrough isn't delayed. It's perfectly timed. Keep trusting. The moment you've been waiting for is closer than you think. The enemy has tried to steal your confidence, hasn't he? Whispering that you're not ready, not worthy. But God's warning is your crown. Like Esther, who stepped into the king's court uninvited, you're called to walk in bold confidence. His warning says, you're enough. Not because of your skills or status, but because of His Spirit in you. Stop second-guessing. Step into the court. God's favor is your authority, and no one can deny it. You're a warrior, chosen one, not with swords or fists, but with faith, prayer, and purpose. God's warning is your battle cry. Like Deborah, leading with wisdom and courage, you're called to fight for what's right. His warning says, stand up. The world needs your strength, your conviction, your fire. Don't shy away from the battle. God's already won it. Your job is to show up, to wield the weapons He's given you. You've been dreaming big, haven't you? Visions of a life beyond what you see now. God's warning is your confirmation. Those dreams are His. Like Joseph, who saw himself ruling while still a slave, you're carrying a divine blueprint. His warning says, keep dreaming. The pit, the prison, they're not your end, they're your path. Trust the vision. God's painting a picture bigger than you can see, but every step is leading you to it. God's warning is a call to gratitude. You've been through storms, but you're still here. Like Job, who lost everything yet praised God, you're called to give thanks in every season. His warning says, look back. Every trial you've survived, every door He's opened, it's proof of His faithfulness. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a weapon. It shifts your perspective, silences the enemy, and opens the heavens. Give thanks today. Your praise will unlock more. You've been carrying a burden for others, haven't you? Feeling their pain, praying for their healing. God's warning is your reminder. You're not their savior, but you're their intercessor. Like Moses, lifting his hands for Israel's victory, your prayers move mountains. His warning says, keep praying. Your intercession is powerful, shifting things in the spiritual realm. Don't grow weary. Your prayers are changing lives, even when you can't see it. The world is shifting. Around you, chosen one, you feel it, the tension, the change, the opportunities rising. God's warning is your signal to move with the shift. Like Paul, who turned shipwrecks into sermons, you're called to turn chaos into purpose. His warning says, stay ready. The world's storms aren't your defeat, they're your stage. Step onto it. God's writing a story through you that will inspire nations. Don't miss your cue. Chosen ones, God's warning is a clarion call, a divine summons vibrating through your spirit, urging you to step into the arena of your destiny. This isn't just a message, it's a charge, a mandate to rise above the ordinary and claim the extraordinary life He's prepared for you. You've been forged in the crucible of challenges, shaped by moments that tested your resolve. Now, His warning rings out. The time for hesitation is gone. You're here to walk in power, to reshape the world with the light God has ignited within you. Think of Caleb, standing before a nation of doubters, declaring the land was theirs despite giants. At 85, he wasn't slowed by age or fear. He was fueled by faith. God's warning to you is the same. Don't let the giants, whether doubt, opposition, or time, stop you. Your promised land is within reach. His warning says, claim it. You're not too old, too young, or too broken. You're exactly who God chose to conquer what stands in your way. Step forward. Your victory is waiting. You've felt unseen, haven't you? Moments when your efforts, your heart, your sacrifices went unnoticed. But God's warning is your spotlight, illuminating your worth. Like Hagar, alone in the desert, you're not forgotten. God saw her, named her son, and gave her a future. His warning says, I see you. your quiet faithfulness, your hidden tears, they're recorded in his book. You're not invisible, you're invaluable. Stand tall. Your time to be seen is coming. The enemy has tried to silence you, hasn't he? Whispering that your voice doesn't matter, that your story isn't enough. But God's warning is your megaphone, like Zechariah, struck mute, yet restored to proclaim God's promise. You're called to speak. His warning says, open your mouth. Your words carry weight, anointed to break chains, inspire hope, shift atmospheres. Don't hold back. The world needs your voice, and God's amplifying it now. You've been carrying a burden of comparison, haven't you? Measuring yourself against others, feeling you fall short. God's warning is your liberation. Like Peter, stepping out on the water, you're not called to be someone else. His warning says, keep your eyes on me. Your path is yours alone, uniquely crafted by God. Stop looking at others' waves, walk your water. Your faith, your story, your calling, they're enough. Trust him to keep you afloat. God's warning is a call to persistence. You've faced setbacks, doors slammed, dreams delayed, hopes tested, but like the persistent widow in Jesus' parable, your refusal to give up moves heaven. His warning says, keep knocking. Your prayers, your work, your faith, they're not in vain. Every step forward, every moment you choose to persevere is building something unstoppable. Don't stop now. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your persistence. You've been in seasons of pruning, haven't you? Times when God stripped away comforts, relationships, even dreams. It hurt, but it wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Like the vine in John 15, you're being trimmed to bear more fruit. God's warning says, trust the cut. What's being removed is making room for what's coming. Abundance, purpose, impact. Embrace the pruning. Your next season will overflow with fruit only God could grow. The world has tried to define your worth, hasn't it? By your job, your status, your mistakes. But God's warning is your true identity. Like Mary, anointed to carry the Savior, you're chosen for a divine purpose. His warning says, you're mine. Your value isn't in what you do or what others think, it's in who he says you are. You're a child of the King, anointed for greatness. Live like it. Your identity is your crown. Wear it boldly. You've been wrestling with doubt, haven't you? Wondering if God's promises are really for you. God's warning is your anchor. Like Thomas, who needed to see to believe, you're invited to touch his truth. His warning says, believe anyway. Your doubts don't disqualify you. They're part of your journey. Reach out. Feel the scars of his faithfulness. Every promise he's made is yours. Let doubt fall away. His word is your solid ground. God's warning is a call to generosity. You've been given much love, grace, gifts. Like the widow who gave her last coins, you're called to pour out, even when it feels risky. His warning says, give freely. Your generosity isn't about what you have, it's about who he island. God multiplies what you release. Your kindness, your time, your resources, they're seeds for a harvest that will bless you and others. Give, and watch him overflow your cup. You've been in the shadows, haven't you? Working, praying, believing without fanfare. But God's warning is your signal. Your light is about to shine. Like Joseph, hidden in prison yet destined for the palace. Your time in the shadows is ending. His warning says, get ready. The stage is being set. The spotlight is turning toward you. Your faithfulness in the dark is about to be honored in the light. Step into it. Your moment is here. The enemy has tried to steal your hope, hasn't he? making you feel the future holds nothing new. But God's warning is your revival. Like Ezekiel speaking to dry bones, you're called to prophesy life. His warning says, speak hope. Your words, your faith, your vision, they breathe life into dead places. Don't accept defeat. Declare God's promises over your life, your family, your dreams. Your voice has power. Use it to call forth what God has destined. You've been carrying a vision for change, haven't you? A desire to heal, to build, to restore. God's warning is your commission. Like Nehemiah weeping over Jerusalem's ruins, you're called to rebuild. His warning says, start now. Your passion isn't random, it's divine. The broken places in your world, relationships, communities, dreams, they're your assignment. Pick up the tools of faith, prayer, action, God's rebuilding through you. Your work will stand for generations. God's warning is a call to rest in His timing. You've wanted things to move faster, haven't you? But like Sarah, waiting for Isaac, you're learning that God's delays are purposeful. His warning says, wait well. Every moment of waiting is God, aligning the pieces, people, resources, opportunities. Your impatience won't speed Him up, but your faith will sustain you. Trust His clock. Your promise is coming, and it will be perfect. You've been battling distractions, haven't you? Things pulling you from your purpose, busyness, drama, fear. God's warning is your focus. Like Martha, busy with tasks while Mary sat at Jesus' feet, you're called to choose what matters. His warning says, be still. Your purpose is worth protecting. Let go of what doesn't serve it. Sit at His feet. Clarity comes when you prioritize His presence. Your focus will unlock your future. The world has tried to dim your joy, hasn't it? With stress, loss, endless demands. But God's warning is your restoration. Like David, dancing before the ark despite the mockers, you're called to reclaim your joy. His warning says, celebrate now. Your joy isn't tied to circumstances. It's rooted in God's goodness. Laugh, sing, praise. Your joy is a weapon, scattering the enemy's plans. Let it rise. Your happiness is a declaration of God's victory. You've been carrying a weight for others, haven't you? Their pain, their struggles, their needs. God's warning is your boundary. Like Jesus, who withdrew to pray amidst the crowds, you're called to balance compassion with self-care. His warning says, guard your heart. You're not everyone's savior. You're their intercessor. Pray, love, support, but don't lose yourself. God's strength in you is for others, but it's also for you. Protect it. You're too valuable to burn out. God's warning is a call to courage. You've faced moments that made your knees shake, decisions, risks, unknowns. Like Esther, approaching the king uninvited, you're called to step out in faith. His warning says, be bold. Your courage isn't recklessness, it's obedience. The risks you take for God's purpose are backed by His power. Don't fear the outcome. Step into the throne room. Your boldness will change history. You've been dreaming of a legacy, haven't you? Something that outlives you, that impacts the world. God's warning is your blueprint. Like Abraham, whose faith birthed nations, you're called to build for eternity. His warning says, think long-term. Your choices today, your faith, your love, your work, are bricks in a legacy that will stand forever. Don't settle for temporary wins. Build for generations. Your life is a foundation for God's glory. The enemy has tried to make you feel small, hasn't he? Telling you your impact is limited, your reach is short. But God's warning is your expansion. Like the mustard seed, small yet mighty, your faith is about to grow beyond what you see. His warning says, dream bigger. Your influence, your purpose, your calling, they're not confined to your corner of the world. God's planting you to cover nations. Trust Him. Your small seed will become a mighty tree. Chosen ones. God's warning is a divine spark, igniting the purpose buried deep within your soul. This isn't just a call, it's a command, a heavenly directive to rise and claim the territory He's set before you. You've been shaped by moments that felt like breaking points, carved by trials that tested your faith. Now, His warning thunders through. The time for standing still is over. You're here to move mountains, to walk in the authority of a child of God, chosen for impact. Look at Miriam, who danced in victory after the Red Sea parted. She wasn't just a bystander. She led the celebration, her voice lifting a nation's faith. God's warning to you is a rhythm, calling you to lead with joy. Your victories, your breakthroughs, they're not just for you. They're meant to inspire others, to spark their faith. His warning says, sing your song, your story, your praise. It's a melody that will echo. Lift your voice. Others are waiting to join the chorus. You've been in seasons of questioning, haven't you? Wondering why things haven't fallen into place, why the path feels unclear. God's warning is your clarity. Like Philip, sent to the desert to meet one man, your steps are ordered, even when they seem random. His warning says, trust the journey. Every detour, every delay, it's God positioning you for divine encounters. You're not lost, you're led. Keep moving. The right people, the right moments, they're coming. The enemy has tried to chain you to guilt, hasn't he? Reminding you of past mistakes, trying to anchor you to shame. But God's warning is your freedom. Like the woman caught in adultery, you're not condemned, you're called. Jesus didn't stone her, He set her free. His warning says, walk away from shame. Your past isn't your prison, it's your platform. God's turning your mistakes into a message. Step out of guilt. Your redemption is a testimony to His grace. You've been carrying a burden of perfection, haven't you? Striving to get it all right, to prove your worth. God's warning is your release. Like Martha, busy with serving while Mary chose the better part, you're called to rest in His presence. His warning says, you're enough. Your value isn't in flawless performance, it's in your heart for Him. Stop striving for perfection. Sit at His feet. Your worth is sealed in His love, not your works. God's warning is a call to vision. You've seen glimpses of what could be a life of purpose, impact, abundance. Like Ezekiel staring at dry bones, you're called to see what God sees. His warning says, prophesy life. Your dreams aren't fantasies, they're divine blueprints. Speak to the dead places in your life, your finances, relationships, health. Declare God's promises. Your words have power to call forth what He's already planned. You've been in moments of sacrifice, haven't you? Giving up comfort, time, even dreams for others. God's warning is your reward. Like Ruth, who left her homeland for Naomi, your sacrifices aren't unnoticed. His warning says, I'm your provider. What you've given up, God will restore multiplied. Your loyalty, your faithfulness, they're seeds sown in fertile ground. Trust Him. Your harvest is coming, and it will overflow. The world has tried to pull you into its chaos, hasn't it? Drama, distractions, endless noise. But God's warning is your anchor. Like Daniel, praying in a den of lions, you're called to stay steady. His warning says, focus on me. Your peace isn't found in controlling the chaos. It's found in trusting Him. Shut out the noise. Fix your eyes on God. Your stability in the storm is a sign of His presence in you. You've been carrying a heart for others, haven't you? Feeling their pain, lifting their burdens in prayer. God's warning is your strength. Like Aaron holding up Moses' arms, you're called to support, to intercede. His warning says, keep lifting. Your prayers are shifting things in the heavens, even when you don't see it. Don't grow weary. Your intercession is a weapon, moving mountains for those you love. Stand firm. Your faith is their victory. God's warning is a call to boldness. You've hesitated, haven't you? Held back, unsure if you're ready. Like Gideon, threshing wheat in hiding, you're called to step into the light. His warning says, you're a warrior. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move. God's power in you is enough. Take the step, start the project, speak the truth, chase the dream. Your boldness will break barriers you didn't know existed. You've been in seasons of waiting, haven't you? Long stretches where nothing seemed to move. God's warning is your signal. The tide is turning. Like Anna, praying in the temple for years, your faithfulness is about to meet its promise. His warning says, stay expectant. Your prayers haven't been ignored. They've been stored. God's timing is perfect, and your moment is near. Keep watching. Your answer is closer than you think. The enemy has tried to make you feel powerless, hasn't he? Telling you your efforts don't matter, your faith is futile. But God's warning is your power. Like David, running toward Goliath with a sling, you're armed with divine strength. His warning says, you're unstoppable. Your faith is your weapon. Your trust is your shield. Run toward your giants. God's already given you the victory. Your courage will inspire others to fight their battles. You've been carrying a dream for change, haven't you? A vision to heal, to build, to restore. God's warning is your mandate. Like Nehemiah, rebuilding broken walls, you're called to repair what's been shattered. His warning says, start building. Your passion isn't random. It's God's assignment. The broken places in your world, families, communities, dreams, they're your mission. Pick up the tools of faith and action. Your work will stand as a testament to His glory. God's warning is a call to gratitude. You've been through storms, but you're still standing. Like Paul and Silas, singing in prison, you're called to praise in the dark. His warning says, give thanks. Your gratitude isn't just a response, it's a weapon. It shifts your perspective, silences the enemy, opens the heavens. Look back at His faithfulness. Your praise today will unlock tomorrow's miracles. Sing, even in the chains. Your song will set you free. You've been wrestling with fear, haven't you? Fear of failure, of the unknown, of stepping out. God's warning is your courage. Like Joshua, facing a land of giants, you're called to be strong. His warning says, fear not. Your fear isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're on the edge of something big. God's with you, stronger than any giant. Take the step. Your faith will crush the fear holding you back. The world has tried to dim your light, hasn't it? With criticism, rejection, doubt. But God's warning is your flame. Like John, a voice crying in the wilderness, you're called to shine unapologetically. His warning says, burn bright. Your light isn't for you alone, it's for the lost, the broken, the hopeless. Don't hide it. Let it blaze. Your presence will draw others to God's truth, lighting paths where darkness once reigned. You've been carrying a burden of responsibility, haven't you? Feeling the weight of others' needs, your own dreams. God's warning is your relief. Like Moses, leading a nation, you're not alone. His warning says, I'm your strength. You don't have to carry it all. Lean on him. Your responsibility is to trust, to obey, to move. God's handling the rest. Lay down the weight. Your shoulders were made for his yoke, not the world's. God's warning is a call to alignment. You've been chasing things, success, approval, security that don't fit his plan. Like Jonah running from Nineveh, you're being redirected. His warning says, follow my path. Your purpose isn't in the world's rewards, it's in his will. Align your heart, your steps, your dreams with him. When you do, doors will open, provision will flow, and peace will anchor you. Choose his way. It's the only one that leads to life. You've been in moments of doubt, haven't you? Questioning if God's promises are real. God's warning is your assurance. Like Thomas, touching Jesus' scars, you're invited to see his faithfulness. His warning says, believe. Your doubts don't push him away. They draw him closer. Reach out. Feel the evidence of his love, every answered prayer, every open door. Your faith is growing stronger with every question. Trust him. Your belief will move mountains. The enemy has tried to steal your joy, hasn't he? Making you feel life is heavy, hopeless. But God's warning is your restoration. Like David, dancing before the ark, you're called to reclaim your joy. His warning says, celebrate. Your joy isn't tied to circumstances. It's rooted in God's goodness. Laugh, praise, live. Your joy is a weapon, scattering the enemy's plans. Let it rise. Your happiness is a declaration of his victory. Chosen ones, God's warning is a divine pulse, surging through your spirit, calling you to stand at the edge of your purpose. This isn't just a signal, it's a heavenly decree, urging you to embrace the power woven into your very being. You've been shaped by moments of struggle, refined by fires that others would flee. Now, his warning blazes. The time for holding back is gone. You're here to wield the authority he's given you, to reshape the world with the fire of his calling. Think of Deborah, a prophetess who sat under a palm tree, judging with wisdom while a nation wavered. She didn't wait for permission. She spoke God's truth boldly. His warning to you is a gavel, striking the ground. Your voice matters. You're called to speak, to guide, to lead, even when others doubt. Your wisdom, your faith, it's a beacon for those lost in confusion. Don't stay silent. Step into your place of authority. Lives are waiting for your words. You've felt the sting of rejection, haven't you? Moments when you poured out your heart, only to be pushed away. God's warning is your restoration. Like Leah, unloved yet chosen to birth a legacy. You're not defined by who rejects you. His warning says, you're wanted. Your worth isn't in others' approval. It's in God's choice. Every no you've faced is leading to his yes. Lift your head. Your acceptance is found in him, and it's unshakable. The enemy has tried to cloud your vision, hasn't he? Blurring your dreams with doubt, making you question what's possible. But God's warning is your clarity. Like Elisha, seeing chariots of fire when others saw defeat, you're called to see beyond the natural. His warning says, open your eyes. Your dreams aren't illusions, they're glimpses of God's plan. Trust what you see in your spirit. The unseen is where your victory lives. You've been carrying a weight of expectation, haven't you? Pressure to perform, to succeed, to prove yourself. God's warning is your freedom. Like Mary, choosing to sit at Jesus' feet over Martha's busyness. You're called to rest in his presence. His warning says, choose what lasts. Your worth isn't in what you achieve, it's in who you are in him. Let go of the pressure. Your purpose flows from being, not doing. Rest in Him and watch your path unfold. God's warning is a call to courage. You've faced moments that made your heart race, decisions, risks, unknowns. Like Rahab, hiding spies in a city ready to fall, you're called to act in faith, even when it's dangerous. His warning says, take the risk. Your courage isn't foolishness, it's obedience. God's got your back, stronger than any wall. Step out. Your bold move will save more than you know. You've been in seasons of scarcity, haven't you? Times when it felt like there wasn't enough money, time, energy. God's warning is your abundance. Like the widow with a jar of oil, you're called to pour out what you have. His warning says, trust my supply. Your little is enough in His hands. Give, act, believe. God's multiplying what you offer, turning scarcity into overflow. Step forward. Your provision is already here. The world has tried to make you conform, hasn't it? Pushing you to fit its mold, to dim your uniqueness. But God's warning is your rebellion. Like John the Baptist, wild and unpolished, you're called to stand out. His warning says, be you. Your difference isn't a flaw, it's your strength. Stop trying to blend in. You were made to disrupt, to shine, to show the world what God's originality looks like. Embrace it. Your uniqueness changes everything. You've been wrestling with impatience, haven't you? Wanting answers, breakthroughs, now. God's warning is your patience. Like Abraham, waiting decades for a son, you're called to trust the wait. His warning says, hold steady. Your delay isn't denial, it's divine timing. Every moment of waiting is God aligning the pieces. Don't rush. Your promise is coming, and it will be worth the wait. Stay faithful. Your time is near. The enemy has tried to steal your peace, hasn't he? Stirring chaos, anxiety, fear. But God's warning is your anchor. Like Jesus, calming the storm with a word, you're called to speak peace to your chaos. His warning says, be still. Your peace isn't in controlling the storm, it's in trusting Him. Speak His word over your life. Your calm will silence the enemy and steady your heart. Stand firm. Your peace is your power. You've been carrying a heart for justice, haven't you? Seeing wrong and longing to make it right. God's warning is your mission. Like Amos, a farmer turned prophet, you're called to speak truth to power. His warning says, rise up. Your passion for fairness isn't random. It's God's fire in you. Don't stay silent. Speak, act, fight for what's right. Your voice will shake systems and restore what's broken. Step into it. The world needs your justice. God's warning is a call to humility. You've had moments of pride, haven't you? Thinking you could do it alone. Like Peter, stepping out on the water only to sink, you're learning to lean on Him. His warning says, trust my strength. Your weakness isn't failure. It's an invitation to rely on God. Let go of self-reliance. His power shines brightest when you're humble. Surrender and watch Him lift you higher than you could go alone. You've been in moments of loneliness, haven't you? Feeling like no one truly sees you. God's warning is your companionship. Like Hagar, met by God in the desert, you're never alone. His warning says, I'm with you. Your solitude isn't abandonment. It's a sacred space where God speaks clearest. Listen for His voice. Your loneliness is where He's shaping you, drawing you closer. Trust Him. Your heart is held in His hands. The enemy has tried to make you feel stuck, hasn't he? Like your life is on repeat, going nowhere. But God's warning is your momentum. Like the Israelites at the Red Sea, you're facing what looks impossible. but God's parting the waters. His warning says, move forward. Your steps of faith will break the cycle. Don't stay still. Your next move is the one that shifts everything. Walk. God's already clearing your path. You've been carrying a dream for impact, haven't you? A vision to change lives, to leave a mark. God's warning is your blueprint. Like Joseph, interpreting dreams in a prison, you're called to use your gifts, even in hard places. His warning says, act now. Your dreams aren't for later, they're for now. Start where you are. God's turning your vision into reality, step by step. Trust Him. Your impact will ripple beyond what you see. God's warning is a call to forgiveness. You've been hurt, haven't you? Wounds that linger, words that cut. Like Stephen, forgiving as stones fell. You're called to release the pain. His warning says, let it go. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's power. It frees you from the past and opens your future. Don't hold the grudge. Your heart was made for God's love, not bitterness. Forgive and watch Him heal what's broken. You've been in seasons of doubt, haven't you? Questioning if you're on the right path. God's warning is your compass. Like Thomas touching the scars, you're invited to trust what you can't see. His warning says, believe. Your doubts don't push God away, they pull Him closer. Reach out. His faithfulness is your proof. Every step you take in faith builds a stronger foundation. Trust Him. Your path is leading somewhere great. The world has tried to steal your focus, hasn't it? With distractions, demands, endless noise. But God's warning is your clarity. Like Nehemiah, refusing to leave the wall, you're called to stay focused. His warning says, keep building. Your purpose is worth protecting. Say no to what pulls you away. Your work, your faith, your calling, they're your wall. Keep laying bricks. God's making it unshakable. You've been carrying a burden for others, haven't you? Their pain, their struggles, their needs. God's warning is your balance. Like Jesus, withdrawing to pray amidst the crowds, you're called to care without losing yourself. His warning says, guard your soul. Your compassion is a gift, but it's not your identity. Love others, but love yourself too. God's strength in you is for them and for you. Protect it. You're too precious to burn out. God's warning is a call to celebration. You've been through battles, but you're still here. Like Miriam, leading the dance after the sea parted, you're called to rejoice in His faithfulness. His warning says, praise now. Your celebration isn't waiting for the victory, it's the weapon that brings it. Dance, sing, give thanks. Your joy will shake the heavens and scatter the enemy. Celebrate. Your praise is your power. Chosen ones, God's warning is a divine current, electrifying your spirit with purpose and power. This isn't just a whisper, it's a roar, calling you to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. You've been shaped by moments of resistance, carved by challenges that tested your endurance. Now, His warning surges through. The time for shrinking back is over. You're here to command your place, to shift the atmosphere with the authority God has placed within you. Think of Hannah, pouring out her soul in silent prayer, her heart breaking for a promise. She didn't give up, even when the world misunderstood her pain. God's warning to you is a vow. Your cries are heard. Your deepest longings, the prayers you've whispered in the dark, they're not forgotten. His warning says, keep praying. Your persistence is building something sacred. God's answer is coming, and it will carry a weight that changes everything. Trust Him. Your breakthrough is near. You've felt the pull of distraction, haven't you? The world's noise, pulling you from your path. God's warning is your focus. Like Ezra, rebuilding the temple amidst opposition, you're called to stay on task. His warning says, keep your eyes fixed. Your purpose is too vital to be derailed by chaos. Tune out the clamor. Center your heart on God's plan. Your clarity will cut through the confusion, leading you straight to your destiny. The enemy has tried to make you doubt your calling, hasn't he? Whispering that you're not chosen, not ready. But God's warning is your confirmation. Like Jeremiah, called before he was born, you're marked for greatness. His warning says, you're mine. Your calling isn't based on your confidence, it's based on his choice. Stop questioning your place. You were born for this moment. Step into it. Your purpose is waiting to unfold. You've been carrying a weight of fear, haven't you? Fear of failure, of stepping out, of the unknown. God's warning is your courage. Like Esther, risking her life for her people, you're called to move despite the fear. His warning says, be bold. Your fear isn't a stop sign, it's a signal you're on the edge of something big. God's with you, stronger than any risk. Take the step. Your courage will rewrite your story. God's warning is a call to stewardship. You've been given gifts, time, talents, resources. Like the servant with the talents, you're called to invest them wisely. His warning says, use what you have. Your gifts aren't for hiding, they're for multiplying. Share your skills, give your time, pour out your heart. God will take your offering and turn it into abundance. Act now. Your faithfulness will yield a harvest beyond your dreams. You've been in moments of isolation, haven't you? Times when you felt cut off, alone in your journey. God's warning is your connection. Like Elijah, fed by ravens in the wilderness, you're never truly alone. His warning says, I'm here. Your solitude is where God speaks loudest, shaping you for what's next. Lean into his presence. Your loneliness is a classroom, teaching you to rely on him. Trust it. Your heart is held. The world has tried to dim your hope, hasn't it? With setbacks, delays, broken promises. But God's warning is your revival. Like Simeon, waiting to see the Messiah, your hope is about to meet its promise. His warning says, stay expectant. Your faith hasn't been wasted, it's been stored. God's timing is perfect, and your moment is coming. Keep believing. Your hope is a flame the enemy can't extinguish. You've been carrying a vision for healing, haven't you? A desire to mend what's broken, relationships, hearts, communities. God's warning is your mission. Like Isaiah, sent to bind up the brokenhearted, you're called to bring restoration. His warning says, start now. Your compassion isn't random, it's divine. The pain you see is your assignment. Speak life, offer love, take action. Your hands will carry God's healing to a hurting world. God's warning is a call to gratitude. You've faced storms, but you're still standing. Like Paul, shipwrecked yet singing. You're called to give thanks in every season. His warning says, praise now. Your gratitude isn't just a response, it's a weapon. It shifts your heart, silences the enemy, opens the heavens. Look back at his faithfulness. Your praise today will unlock tomorrow's miracles. Give thanks. Your song will break chains. The enemy has tried to steal your confidence, hasn't he? Making you feel small, unworthy. But God's warning is your crown. Like David, anointed while still a shepherd, you're chosen for greatness. His warning says, stand tall. Your worth isn't in what you've done, it's in who he says you are. Stop shrinking. Wear your anointing boldly. Your confidence will draw others to God's truth. You've been in seasons of waiting, haven't you? Long stretches where nothing seemed to move. God's warning is your signal. The tide is turning. Like Anna, praying for years in the temple, your faithfulness is about to shine. His warning says, stay ready. Your prayers haven't been ignored. They've been gathered. God's preparing something bigger than you can see. Keep watching. Your moment is closer than you think. God's warning is a call to action. You've been dreaming, planning, praying, but now it's time to move. Like Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls, you're called to work. His warning says, get up. Your purpose isn't in waiting, it's in doing. Start the project, make the call, take the risk. God's backing you, turning your effort into miracles. Don't delay. Your action will shift the world around you. You've been carrying others' burdens, haven't you? Their pain, their struggles, their needs. God's warning is your balance. Like Moses, interceding for a nation, you're called to pray without losing yourself. His warning says, guard your heart. Your compassion is a gift, but it's not your identity. Lift others up, but don't let their weight drown you. God's strength is for them and for you. Protect it. You're too vital to fade. The world has tried to make you feel ordinary, hasn't it? Telling you to blend in, to play small. But God's warning is your distinction. Like Daniel, standing firm in a foreign land, you're called to be different. His warning says, shine. Your uniqueness isn't a weakness, it's your power. Stop hiding. You were made to stand out, to show the world God's originality. Be bold. Your difference will change lives. You've been wrestling with doubt, haven't you? Wondering if God's promises are for you. God's warning is your anchor. Like Gideon, hiding yet called, you're invited to trust his voice. His warning says, believe. Your doubts don't disqualify you. They're part of your growth. Reach out. Feel his faithfulness in every answered prayer, every open door. Your faith is stronger than your questions. Trust him. Your path is sure. God's warning is a call to joy. You've faced sorrow, loss, heavy days, but like David, dancing before the ark, you're called to reclaim your joy. His warning says, celebrate. Your joy isn't tied to circumstances. It's rooted in God's goodness. Laugh, praise, live. Your joy is a weapon, scattering the enemy's plans. Let it rise. Your happiness is a declaration of his victory. You've been in moments of confusion, haven't you? Unsure which path to take. God's warning is your clarity. Like Philip, led to the desert for one divine encounter, you're guided, even in uncertainty. His warning says, follow my lead. Your steps aren't random, they're ordained. Trust the nudge, the whisper, the gut feeling. God's directing you to places of purpose. Move. Your path is unfolding with every step. The enemy has tried to steal your peace, hasn't he? Stirring anxiety, chaos, fear. But God's warning is your calm. Like Jesus, sleeping through the storm, you're called to rest in him. His warning says, be still. Your peace isn't in controlling the chaos. It's in trusting him. Speak his word over your life. Your calm will silence the storm and steady your soul. Stand firm. Your peace is your strength. You've been carrying a heart for change, haven't you? A desire to fix what's broken, to lift others up. God's warning is your charge. Like Esther, stepping into the king's court, you're called to act for others. Her warning says, move now. Your compassion is God's fire in you. The brokenness you see is your mission. Speak, love, lead. Your actions will ripple, healing lives and shifting futures. Step up. The world needs your heart.